Quick question. Why is it that the person who laughs the loudest in the group is sometimes the one who struggles the most in private? And why do you feel low sometimes, even though everyone sees you as the happy one? There's actually a psychological reason for that. And once you hear it, a lot of your habits might start making sense. Let's get into it. Psychologists call this smiling depression or high-functioning depression. It's when someone looks completely fine on the outside. They go to work, they show up for friends, they joke, they post normal pictures, but internally they feel empty, overwhelmed, or constantly tired. Because they're functioning, nobody suspects anything. And if this is you, you've probably convinced yourself that you're fine too, because you're still getting things done. But functioning and feeling okay are not the same thing. Why happy people hide pain? People who seem the happiest are often the most emotionally aware. They read the room fast. They know when energy shifts. They know how to lighten tension, and that skill usually didn't appear randomly. It often develops in environments where keeping the peace mattered. Maybe you grew up around stress, or strong personalities, or emotional unpredictability, and you learned that being pleasant, funny, or low maintenance made things smoother. So now you automatically manage other people's comfort even when you're uncomfortable. That's not fake, it's adaptive, but it comes at a cost. Relatable signs. Let's talk about signs that this might be you. You're the one people vent to, but you rarely vent back because you don't want to feel like a burden. You minimize your own struggles by saying things like, "It's not that serious," even when it keeps you up at night. After social events, you feel drained instead of energized, even if you had a good time. You stay busy on purpose because slowing down makes your thoughts louder. And when someone asks how you are, you answer automatically before you even check in with yourself. None of these are random personality quirks. They're coping patterns, the science behind it. Research shows that people who score high in agreeableness and responsibility, meaning they're dependable and considerate, are also more likely to hide emotional distress. Why? Because they don't want to disrupt others, they don't want to disappoint people, and they don't want to seem ungrateful for what they have. So instead of expressing pain outwardly, they internalize it, which is why high-functioning individuals are often the least suspected when they're struggling. They are stable on the outside and exhausted on the inside. Why people don't notice. The reason nobody checks on you is simple. You don't look like someone who needs checking on. You meet deadlines. You show up. You smile in photos, and because you're reliable, people assume you're okay. But what they don't see is how much energy it takes to maintain that version of yourself. And over time, constantly being the strong one can make you feel strangely alone, even when you're surrounded by people. Here's the important part. If you relate to this, it doesn't mean you're broken, and it doesn't mean your happiness is fake. It means you've learned to survive by staying functional. But being functional isn't the same as being supported, and sometimes the happiest faces are just the most practiced at holding it together. I'm curious about something. When people describe you, do they usually call you strong, chill, or positive? Comment the word they use most. Hit like and subscribe to Clever Cues.